Okay.
I mean, like, I thought you were about to.
Okay, bro.
Hello and welcome to Sai Kung, also known as the back garden of Hong Kong. In the past, we've come here on this channel exploring mainly village houses or slightly older, larger developments. But why no new developments, you might ask? Well, that is because they are very rare in Sai Kung. And so today, I'm very excited to show you Whitesand Cove. It's a brand new, low-density luxury development. Let's get into it. Developed by Chinachem, Whitesand Cove is located along Hiram's Highway and features 40 units spread across 6 detached houses and 5 apartment blocks, offering 3 to 5 bedroom layouts ideal for families. Today, we're checking out the project's show flat, Flat A, which occupies the 5th floor of Tower 5 overlooking the Mangrove Reserve and is priced by tender. The unit measures 1,652 square feet with 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, and a private lift to the lobby and car park. Stepping out of this lift, we are immediately spat out into the living and dining areas. The lift is just right behind me. So on my left and right, there's room for placing your shoes, accommodating your guests, and over here you can also probably place a pretty large shoe cabinet. And then in front of me, you have the dining area. This space is furnished with a contemporary marble 8-seater, perfect for those large dinner parties. And I love how it's spotlit by these cascading silver pendant lights, a little bit leaf-like, very natural luxury. Adjacent, the living room is finished in soft, neutral tones and textures with this curved cove lighting overhead, making it a very comfortable space for families to lounge. In the center, we have these marble lily pad coffee tables, as well as a massive lilac gray sofa and a pond-like area rug. So again, all of these are very reminiscent of nature. And the sheer size of this sofa makes it the perfect space for your entire extended family to come over and watch some TV, where you would mount it right here, your floating TV. The living room is connected to the balcony, a little bit on the narrower side. However, you still can do your laundry here. And what I love about this space is that it overlooks the cove of Pak Sha Wan, also known as Hebe Haven. As we head over to the master bedroom just behind the living room, I just want to talk about these floorboards for a sec. I love the sort of asymmetric pattern. It brings a subtle oomph to the space. And here we are in the master bedroom. Now this space, just like the living room, is finished in pretty neutral tones again. And it's also very simply furnished. So in the center, you have a queen-size bed flanked by bedside tables, and everything is floating. You have these floating bedside tables, your floating vanity, floating console, and the kind of minimalism of it all means that it leaves a lot of room for you to enjoy the full height windows that offer very serene views of Pak Sha Wan. So imagine waking up here in the morning, you just look outside your window and just watch that steady stream go by, and you're just sitting here not moving while the world moves slowly and gently around you. So separated by sliding pocket doors, we have the master ensuite. This is quite a spa-like space. In the center, we have a large marble vanity. This is a single, but I imagine there should be room for a double. There's a floating toilet right there, as well as a curved shower glass enclosure. The fact that it's curved makes it much easier to clean. And then over here, we have a freestanding soaking tub. And so at the end of the day, you can just kind of sit here in your own space and just chillax and not think about anything but how relaxed you are. And right behind that is a smoked window for ventilation. Now across the house here, we have a cozy kitchen. So this space, in order to fully accommodate everything here, we have a very practical U-shaped layout. I really love that because it's great for storage. So starting off, we have your integrated fridge, as well as your wine cooler, your dishwasher. Ooh! Thought that was the dishwasher, but it's actually a washing machine. So you have your washing machine here and more room for storage. And this would be the space where you can do your low-carb cooking right over here with your Miele appliances. So you have your Miele cooktops, Miele range hood, Miele oven, plus a decent-sized window for ample light and ventilation. Despite the shorter hallway, I appreciated the inclusion of additional storage space, practical for storing larger household items like an ironing board. At the end of the hallway, we have a very charming kids' room. So in the center, you've got yourself a large single bed. You have fluted wood accents as well as a sort of felted headboard, keeping it all very soft and warm and inviting, but also in a very contemporary stylish way. And then right next to that, you have yourself a floating work desk, and it's again also finished in pink. It's adorable. Like it's a small space. You have your floating cabinets, you got your shelves, you can do some coloring here or do your homework as you grow older. And then right there, you have yourself almost these full height windows, and that faces these lush mountains. Well, trees, mountains, and if you want a little more privacy, just be sure to roll down the blinds. A moment of appreciation to these props here because you've got this sort of equestrian theme going on. So you have your helmet, your boots, and also the complete and modern guide to horse suite. So this little girl's gonna be an equestrian. The ensuite was filled with contemporary touches, including a green tile backsplash. It was well lit with built-in vanity lighting and featured a decent-sized rain shower enclosure. Next door, we have another kids' room. So over here in the center, you've got a single bed plus your wardrobe over here, bedside table, and I especially like that this work desk was slightly longer than the one we saw earlier, meaning that you have this really awesome position right by your corner windows where you can see a little bit of that cove, but also a little bit of the mountains. So it's a very peaceful place to just sort of rest your eyes when you're taking a study break over here. You can also sit by this bay window seating where you can pretty much learn how to play the guitar over the summer, or read about Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, or read about utterly wonderful dogs. To access the ensuite, you'll need to close the door to the bedroom. The ensuite itself mirrors the style of the bathroom next door, featuring a floating vanity and rain shower. Next to the living room, the fourth bedroom was converted to a study, which for larger families can easily be restored. With wraparound windows and a 16 square foot utility platform overlooking the mountains and the mangrove reserve, this is a bright and airy workspace flooded with natural light. The ensuite bathroom came with a floating vanity as well as a rain shower enclosure, fitted bathtub, and a smoked window for ventilation. Whitesand Cove's most recent transaction was recorded in May for Villa 5, a detached house of around 2,200 square feet, sold for 62.38 million Hong Kong dollars at around $28,400 per square foot. But let's look back at recent transactions of units sized closer to the show flat we looked at today. If we turn to units in the secondhand market, Mount Pavilia in Clearwater Bay, a low-density luxury project built in 2016 by New World Development, also recorded a transaction in May for a 4-bedroom apartment measuring 1,522 square feet, and it sold for 26.5 million Hong Kong dollars at around $17,400 per square foot. In December of 2024, Phase 4 of Marina Cove, also on Hiram's Highway, recorded the sale of House G6. The 1,301 square foot unit sold for 21.6 million Hong Kong dollars at around $16,603 per square foot. Its lower price compared to the other two developments is due to its smaller size and older age, having been built in 1985. In the surrounding area, we have new developments like Sun Hung Kai Properties' large-scale residential project Sierra Sea in Sai Sha. Meanwhile, Go Park Sai Sha boasts a large sports complex and a recreational water sports center, as well as a range of entertaining and dining options. As for amenities, the property offers electric vehicle charging stations and a clubhouse called Club Nature, featuring an infinity pool, jacuzzi, gym, and banquet hall. Whitesand Cove is just a 10-minute drive to the center of Sai Kung, with easy access to the Hebe Haven Yacht Club, Go Park, and a variety of outdoor sports in Sai Kung. Well, that's all for the end of this video today. What I really liked about this home, I'd say first and foremost, were the views. We were seeing these boats just lazily make their way down, and I was just like, man, I could watch this for an hour. But we're leaving now, so we can't. But yeah, I really liked the interior as well. It was quite bright, quite inviting. It's a luxury apartment. So if you enjoyed this video as well, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Squarefoot for more home tours like this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!